Om Shanti. Today, Bap Dada, the bestower of all attainments, is seeing his children who have all attainments. You have received many attainments from Bap Dada. Of which, if there is a description made, then that one will also be very big. It is a long list. But instead of describing a long list, you all say that no attainments are lacking in this Brahmin life. So, Bap Dada is seeing that you have many attainments, don't you? Don't you have many attainments? It's a long list, is it not? So, the evident sign of all attainments in practical life will be what? So what is the evident sign of all the attainments in practical life? Do you know? You know it, don't you? The sign of all attainments is that one's face and activity will reveal the personality of contentment. If something attracts another one, it is that one's personality. Therefore, the sign of all attainments is the personality of contentment.
Santushtata bhi
which you also name it as satisfaction.
लेकिन आजकल चेहरे पर प्रसन्नता की झलक देखने में आवे, कभी प्रसन्न चित्त,
But it shouldn't be that
कभी
today,
प्रसन्न चित्त नहीं,
today there
दो
is
प्रकार के है,
contentment visible
सरा
on the face, and tomorrow there is dissatisfaction or discontentment
प्रसन्न
visible
चित्त
on the face in the form of
क्यों, क्या,
the state of questions
कब
or the stage of questions. For example,
प्रसन्न
if
चित्त
questions arise like what, why, how,
प्राप्त
etc., that is being an embodiment of questions.
प्रसन्न
And Baba is rhyming the word. Question means prashna
उसको
and
कभी
contentment means prasanna.
किसी भी बात में
So one day an embodiment of
क्वेश्चन
contentment and next day the embodiment of questions. It won't be like that for the one who has all attainments.
सर्व
Why?
प्राप्तियों से
Because
संपन्न
he is full with all attainments,
तो ये
and therefore
क्या
he will not have any type of questions like what, why, how, etc.
जो
Because
संपन्न होता है
questions means
उसमें
upheaval,
जल
fluctuation. But the one who is complete
जो
or perfect
होता
will
है
not
उसमें
have fluctuation.
हलचल
If something is not full, then there is fluctuation. But if it is full,
अपने आप
there is
से
no fluctuation. Therefore, ask yourself,
सदा प्रसन्न चित्त
am I always the embodiment of contentment?
वहाँ
Or
रहता हूँ, रहते हैं
so Baba is asking the male and female. In Hindi it's रहता हूँ, रहती हूँ. So
कभी नहीं सदा
the sister should ask herself, do I remain contented? The brother should ask, should I remain contented? Are you always contented? And those who are 10 years in knowledge and above 10 years, you must be always contented, aren't you? Are all of you always contented? Those who are above 10 years, you're not saying yes, you're not nodding your head.
सोच रहे
Are you thinking?
प्रसन्नता अगर कम होती है
If there is not enough contentment, that is, if there is less contentment, it means less attainments. And the reason for less
कोई न
attainments is
इच्छा है
some or the other form of desire.
इच्छा का फाउंडेशन
The foundation of desire is
अपराध
jealousy and lack of attainments.
बहुत सूक्ष्म इच्छाएं
Very subtle desires.
अप्राप्ति के तरफ खींच लेती
pull oneself towards
फिर रायल रूप में
lack of attainments,
यही कहते हैं
and you speak in a very royal language that it's not my desire, but I wish it would happen.
लेकिन
It would be good if it would happen. However, if there is a desire, even a transitory desire, limited desire, for a short while desire, then too it cannot be called good. And Baba's rhyming words again, Ichha means desire and Acha means good. So if there is Ichha, then there cannot be Acha. If there's any desire, then you can't be good. It can't be good. Therefore, check yourself, because there are many royal forms of desires. Though the desires may not come in a very gross form, at present, because it is seen that the gross forms of desire are finished, that the royal forms of desire do arise after you come into knowledge, and they remain, and they are still there in a subtle form. That you have to check. Why? Because
अभी सभी बच्चों को बाप समान संपन्न
Bap Dada wants his children to become complete and perfect like the Father.
जिससे प्यार होता है उसके समान बनना कोई मुश्किल बात नहीं.
It isn't difficult at all to become like the one who is loved.
तो बाप दादा से
So,
सबका
all of you
बहुत प्यार
have
है.
great
यहाँ
love for
प्यार
Baba,
है.
is it not? Or is it just love for Baba? Or is it too much love for Baba? Is it too much love or just love?
यहाँ प्यार है.
Is it just love or is it too much love? Bahut pyar or just pyar?
बहुत
Is it bahut pyar? A great deal, lots and lots? Are you sure?
प्यार के पीछे
So, if you say yes, then
त्याग करना या परिवर्तन करना बड़ी बात है.
is it a big thing to renounce or to change for the sake of the one whom you love?
त्याग
No, is it not? If you say no, then have you renounced?
जो बाप
Those,
कहता है जो बाप
have you
चाहता
renounced
है,
completely as Baba wants, as Baba says? Have you done that?
ये
Have you done that?
सदा
Is it always?
हुई का काम नहीं.
Not something which is only sometimes.
सदा का राज भाग्य
You want
प्राप्त करना
an everlasting kingdom, is it not? Or do you want a kingdom in which you will rule only sometimes? You want to rule constantly, is it not?
प्रसन्नता
Therefore,
और कोई भी भाव चेहरे में व चलन में दिखाई नहीं दे।
therefore you have to be always contented, come what may. No type of discontentment should be ever visible on your face or in your activity at any time. Sometimes you say, don't you, brother or sister, today my mood is not good.
और
Don't you say this? Today
तो इसको
it's off mood and I'm not in good mood. What will you call this? Will you call this contentment constantly?
कई बच्चे
There are many children
प्रशंसा के आधार पर प्रसन्नता
who are happy or contented only when they receive praise.
लेकिन
If they are praised, they are very happy.
प्रसन्न
And if they are not praised, they are not happy. But that type of contentment or maybe satisfaction is temporary.
आज है कुछ
Today it's there, but after some time
समाप्त हो जाए
it finishes.
तो ये भी चेक करो
Therefore you have to check
कि मेरी प्रसन्नता
whether my happiness
प्रशंसा के
and
आधार पर तो नहीं है
and contentment is based on praise or not.
ये
It should not be based on praise.
जैसे
If it is, then
मकान बनाने
it's just like buildings are built these days
के साथ
and
रेत का मात्रा ज़्यादा डाल
they do not make strong buildings. They don't use enough cement just to make it cheaper. They put a lot of sand also with the cement, and therefore the building becomes weak because the foundation is weak.
मिक्स
Therefore, if there is desire for praise, it means the basis of foundation is not strong. It's not the right foundation.
परिस्थिति का तूफान आता है
And the result is that if there is any test in the form of an adverse circumstance or
चल
any type of upheaval,
तो प्रसन्नता
then
को समाप्त कर दे
the happiness is gone, is finished.
तो ऐसा
Therefore,
तो नहीं है
make sure that you don't have such a type of foundation.
बाप दादा ने पहले भी सुना है
Bap Dada has also told you earlier
फिर से
about this,
अंडरलाइन
and
कर रही
Bap Dada is underlining it once again,
कि
that
रॉयल रूप की इच्छा का स्वरूप नाम मान
that the
और
royal form of desire, the royal form of desire is in the form of desire of name, fame, praise,
service में नाम
which is named as service. They say it is service. But
जो नाम के पीछे
in a subtle way, it is desire for name.
उनका
So those who serve
अल्पकाल के लिए तो
and get a name, of course, they
सर्विस
are praised a great deal.
बहुत अच्छा
Their name is praised, and people begin to say, she serves so well.
करने वाली है
Whatever she says, it attracts everyone.
नाम के आधार पर सेवा करने
But
वाली
if someone serves because he knows that if he will serve, then he will be praised, he will get a good name. If that is the aim behind service, then his status will not be high.
कच्चा फल खा लिया
His status will be behind at the bottom. Why? Because he eats the raw fruit. He does not allow the fruits to ripen.
अभी अभी सेवा की
You serve now, and
पाया
now itself you get the name, the praise. This is like eating raw fruit.
या इच्छा रखी
It is a desire.
सेवा तो मैंने बहुत
You say, I have served so much.
ज्यादा है सेवा
Actually, I served the most of all, and I am instrument for all that service.
ये नाम की
If someone says this about himself, it means he is serving for name and fame. It means he is eating raw fruit.
कच्चे फल पे ताकत होती है
Will raw fruit give you strength?
होती है
Is there strength in raw fruit?
वाह सेवा की तो सेवा के रिजल्ट में मेरे
Or it may be that someone may say, because I did so much service, I should be given respect. I should be honored because I did so much service. But actually, it is not honor, it is ego. And wherever ego exists,
पर्सन
there
रहने
will not be complete satisfaction. And contentment.
सबसे बड़ा शान बाप दादा के दिल में शान प्राप्त करो
The greatest glory
के दिल में
for all of you is that you should be able to get a seat in Bap Dada's heart. If you do get a seat in anyone else's heart,
लेने वाली
it's not complete glory because those souls are also receivers, they are not bestowers.
तो शान चाहिए
So if you want glory,
तो सदा
then
बाप दादा के दिल में अपना शान
always find or be on the heart throne of the Father, and that is your real glory.
ये सब रायल इच्छाएं
All the rest are royal desires,
प्राप्ति स्वरूप बनने
and they will not allow you to become the embodiment of all attainments. Therefore,
प्रसन्नता की पर्सनालिटी सदा चेहरे
let the personality of contentment be visible on your face and activity, but it's not visible if there are desires.
किसी भी परिस्थिति में प्रसन्नता के मूड परिवर्तन होते हैं
If for any reason or because of any circumstance your mood changes,
काल की प्रसन्नता नहीं
then it cannot be said that there is constant contentment.
जीवन की मूड
In Brahmin life,
cheerful
the mood should always be cheerful and careful. That's what your mood should be. Cheerful and careful.
मूड बदलना नहीं चाहिए
It should not have any other change.
रूप में कहते हैं
In a royal way, you sometimes say, "Today I'm wanting solitude." Why do you want solitude?
करना सेवा या परिवार से किनारे
Actually, what you want to do is to be on your own. You don't like to be in the family. You don't like to mix with others, and you give a good excuse and say, "I want solitude. This is my mood today."
मूड नहीं बदलेगा
So do not change your mood.
कारण कुछ भी हो
Let it be any reason.
आप कारण
Let it be for any reason.
निवारण करने वाले
But you are the ones who finish the reasons. Don't you?
कारण में आने वाले
You finish the causes, don't you? You are not the ones who give excuse, the reason, the excuse of reasons, are you?
ठीक क्या लिया है कॉन्ट्रैक्टर होना
You are contractors, aren't you? What type of contract have you taken up? What type of contract have you taken up?
मूड भी
Your contract is that you will change even the mood of nature.
चेंज करना है
You have to change the mood of nature too, is it not?
तो प्रकृति को परिवर्तन करने वाले
Therefore,
अपने
you, as you are the ones who are to transform even nature, then why can't you transform your own mood?
मूड चेंज होती है
Does your mood change sometimes? Does it?
होती है
Does your mood change? It changes sometimes, does it not?
फिर कहेंगे सागर के
And then you say, "Oh, I wish I would go and sit near the sea, on the seashore." all by myself
सागर
with
में
nature. You
स्थूल
don't want to be with the ocean of knowledge, but you want to be with that physical ocean.
foreigners ऐसे करते
Double foreigners like to be near the sea, is it not?
हैं.
Don't you? You like it, don't you?
या कहीं आज
Or you may say,
पता नहीं
today,
अकेला
I don't know what's happened to me. I feel I'm very lonely.
तो बाप कहा कंबाइंड रूम कहाँ गया.
If you say that I'm lonely, then where is the combined form of yours with Baba? Have you separated Baba from you?
अकेले हो गए.
Because you become lonely, that is, you leave Baba. Is this sign of love? Will you call this love for Baba?
तो किसी भी प्रकार का मूड
Therefore,
एक होता है मूड
do not allow your mood to change.
ठीक है.
Well, the worst thing is to
परिवर्तन होना
have a mood off. That is worse. But even to change mood is not good.
मूड ऑफ वाले
Those whose mood is off,
बहुत भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के
they are
खेल दिखाते.
they also play different types of games. Bap Dada watches those games.
बड़ों को बहुत खेल दिखाते हैं.
And you show these games to your seniors.
अपने साथियों को
Or
बहुत खेल
you show these games to your companions.
ऐसा खेलने का.
So do not play such type of games.
क्यों क्यों बाप दादा
Why does Bap Dada say this? Because
बच्चों से सभी से प्यार.
because Bap Dada has great love for all the children. Bap Dada does not want that
विशेष निमित्त है वो बाप समान बन जाए
that
और बाकी
the ones who are mainly instrumental, the seniors, dadis, they become like the father and the others don't. Baba will not like that. Baba wants all his children to
बना नहीं.
become like him, and he has to make all his children like him. Baba is emphasizing on the word, he has to make all his children like him.
बाप दादा
This is
प्यार.
the love of the father for the children.
तो प्यार का रिस्पॉन्स देने आता है.
Now, do you know how to respond to that love of the father? Do you know?
कि नाच नखरे
Or
से
you try to show your delicacies in front of the father?
कभी
That is,
नाच
sometimes you become mischievous in front of the father. Sometimes you're mischievous, and sometimes you become like the father. Very matured.
अभी वो समय
Now that time has finished. It's over.
अभी डायमंड जुबली मना रहे हो
You are celebrating the diamond jubilee,
तो 60
aren't
के
you?
बाद वैसे भी
And even otherwise, when someone grows 60, his retirement stage starts.
तो अभी बच्चे नहीं हो जो
You are not children anymore, little children, to
परस्त
play childish plays, acts. You are now in a stage of retirement. You are the ones who are experienced, who have all the knowledge.
knowledgeful हो
You are knowledgeful.
powerful हो
You are
successful
also
हो
powerful. You are successful too. Aren't you that? Aren't you? Aren't you knowledgeful? Are you knowledgeful?
पीछे वाले
Those sitting at the back say, are you knowledgeful, Hanji?
knowledgeful हो
Are you knowledgeful?
powerful
Are you powerful?
powerful
I-
कभी कभी
That is sometimes, no? Kabhi kabhi.
successful
And what about successful? Are you successful?
ये भी कभी कभी
That also sometimes or always? Kabhi kabhi or sada? Sometimes or always?
जैसे knowledgeful हो
Just as you are constantly knowledgeful, so too
और successful
you have to be constantly powerful and successful too.
कभी भी क्यों नहीं होते
Why you are not constantly
कारण
powerful and successful? What is the reason for that?
वैसे सफलता आप सबका
Actually,
जन्म
success is the birthright of all of you.
कहते हो
You all say this, don't you? Don't you say this, that success is our birthright? Do you only say it in words or do you also believe it in it?
मानते हो
Do you only say it or do you also believe in it?
क्या मानते हैं
You believe in it too, don't you?
तो क्यों नहीं सफलता होती
Then why is there
कारण क्या
not success? What is the reason?
जब अपना जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार
When you say that success is your birthright, is it not your birthright? Is it your birthright, yes or no? Say, say Shaktis at the back, say, is it your birthright, success, yes or no?
पक्का है
Are you sure?
तो अधिकार प्राप्त होने में अनुभव होने में कमी
So, why there is lack of success? Why is there less experience of success?
देखा है मेजर
Bap Dada has seen that majority
अपन ने कमजोर संकल्प पहले ही इमर्ज करते
create weak thoughts beforehand. They say, who knows whether it will happen or not. So this is like
कमजोर person जितने लेकिन person जितने.
This is like having questions, and if there are questions, then there is no contentment.
होगा नहीं
Who knows whether it will happen or not happen? What will happen?
पता नहीं.
I don't know.
ये संकल्प
These type of thoughts
दीवार बन जाती
become a barrier,
और सफलता उस दीवार
and success
अंदर छिप जाती.
is stopped because of that barrier.
निश्चय होती विजय.
Faith in the intellect leads to victory.
स्लोगन
This is your slogan, is it not? Faith leads to victory.
10
Those who are 10 years, I say, isn't this your slogan? Faith leads to victory, yes? All of you say this?
जब ये अभी का स्लोगन
When this is the slogan of this time, it's not the future slogan, it's the slogan for the present, that faith leads to victory.
तो सदा क्या रहना चाहिए.
And if this is a slogan, then what should you be all the time? An embodiment of contentment, or sometimes an embodiment of questions too?
तो माया अपने कमजोर संकल्प की जाल बिछा लेती.
So Maya actually spreads
अपनी जाल में
a net in the form of waste thoughts, and you get caught in your own net of waste thoughts. Waste and weak thoughts.
विजयी है.
I am victorious.
इस कमजोर जाल
This consciousness will, with this consciousness, finish the net of weak thoughts.
फंसोने
Do not get caught in this net, but destroy this net of weak thoughts.
शक्ति है
Do you have that much strength to finish and destroy this net of weak thoughts?
नहीं करो.
Don't do it gradually.
फट से
Do it instantly.
सेकंड
Do it in a second.
इस जान को
Within a second,
बढ़ने नहीं दो.
finish this cobweb or net of weak thoughts. Do not allow it to grow.
एक बार भी
Even for once,
इस
if
जाल में
you
फंस गए ना,
get trapped in this
निकलना
net
बहुत मुश्किल.
of weak thoughts, it will be difficult for you to come out of it.
विजय मेरा
Victory is my birthright.
सफलता
Success
मेरा
is my birthright.
ये बर्थ राइट परमात्म बर्थ राइट.
It is the birthright given by God Himself. It is the birthright which you claim from God, and nobody can snatch it away from you.
ऐसा
You should have that much faith in your intellect. The one who has this faith is always an embodiment of contentment, very easily and naturally. He will not have to make efforts for that stage at all. The second reason for failure, the second reason for failure is, you yourself say it, and to yourself, you say it to others too, that thoughts, time, wealth, make use of all these in a worthwhile way, and therefore to use your time, wealth, thoughts in a worthwhile way is to get success. So the basis of success is to use everything you have in a worthwhile way. If there isn't success, the reason for that is that you are not making any of the treasures be used in a worthwhile way. Do you know the list of your treasures? You know the list of all the treasures you have, and if there isn't success, it means you have not used some or the other treasure in a worthwhile way. This is why you did not get success. Therefore, check which treasure has not been used in a worthwhile way, or which treasure has gone a waste. And if all the treasures are used in a worthwhile way, then you will automatically get success. Success is, this what Baba has said, is also your birthright, it's your inheritance, it is also a blessing. Therefore, make everything be used in a worthwhile way and you will receive success. Do you know how to use everything in a worthwhile way? Do you know? Do you know how to use your treasures in a worthwhile way? Yes or no? Huh or nah? And if you say yes, then do you get success? Because success is the fruit, and to make use of the treasures in a worthwhile way is the seed. If the seed is good, the fruit will also be good. It is not possible that there will not be a fruit if the seed is good. Therefore, and if something is lacking in the seed, That is, if something is lacking in using your treasures in a worthwhile way, then there is no success, the fruit.
तो क्या क्या करना है?
So, what do you have to do?
सदा प्रसन्नता की पर्सनैलिटी में रहो।
You have to remain
प्रसन्न चित्त
in the personality of contentment. That is, experience
अच्छी
a personality of contentment, and you will get wonderful experiences.
ऐसे भी देखो कोई को भी प्रसन्न चित्त देखो
Even otherwise, if you see someone is very cheerful, happy, contented, you like him, don't you?
उसके संग में रहना
And you also like to be in his company.
बात
You like to speak to him.
बैठना
You like to sit with him.
नाच
You like all that, don't you?
और कोई
And
प्रसन्न चित्त वाला आ जाए
and the contrary, and instead of that, if you come across someone who's never satisfied, always unhappy, always losing his mood, you will not like to be with him. So keep the aim.
क्या बनना है
What do you have to become?
क्या
What do you have to become?
प्रसन्न
You,
चित्त नहीं
you are not to become an embodiment of questions, but you are to become an embodiment of contentment. The word prasanna has several words included: satisfaction, contentment, happy. All that is in one word, prasanna.
के लास्ट दिन है
It's nearly the last day of the season.
लास्ट में क्या किया जाता है
And what's done at the end of the season?
यज्ञ भी
Whenever any yajna is
तो लास्ट
arranged, what is done at the end? Any sacrificial fire is arranged. What's done at the end? Whatever ingredients are remaining, all are sacrificed in the sacrificial fire altogether, is it not? So what will you do? What will you do?
प्रसन्न चित्त को स्वागत कर
Finish all your questions. Sacrifice the stage of questions.
ये क्यों होता है
Why does this happen? What happens?
knowledgeफुल होना
You are knowledgeful, aren't you?
तो क्यों क्या है
Therefore, know why and what.
तो आज से
Therefore, from today onwards,
ये व्यर्थ प्रसन्न स्वाग
sacrifice all the waste questions.
आपका भी टाइम बचेगा
Then
और
your time will be saved. Not only your time will be saved, but the time of others will also be saved, and Dadi's time will also be saved. Because most of the time of the Dadis is spent in this.
ये क्यों ये
Why this? Why that? How that? You ask all this from the Dadis, don't you? Dadis are smiling.
बचाओ
So save this time. Save your time
और
and
दूसरों का
also the time of others.
बचत का खाता जमा करो
Accumulate in the savings account,
जन्म आराम से खाओ
and you will be able to eat happily, enjoy happily for 21 births in the future. You will not have to do any saving in the future then.
तो स्वाग किया
So did you sacrifice? Did
Yes.
you sacrifice?
सोचेंगे
Or will you think about it?
सोचना
Do
है
you have to think about
पहले
it?
सोच
Okay,
लो
Baba gives you time to think about it.
अपने से पूछ लो
Ask
ये
yourself
कैसे होगा
how to do it.
ये करना होगा
I will have
या
to do
नहीं
so much. Will I be able to do
ये
it or not?
1 मिनट में सोच
Baba
लो
is giving you time, 1 minute.
पक्का काम बंद
And and then make it firm in
अपने से
you.
जितने भी प्रश्न पूछने हो
Whatever type of questions you want to ask, ask yourself in this 1 minute Baba is giving you now.
पूछ लिया
Did you ask yourself the questions?
स्वाग भी कर लिया
And did you also sacrifice the questions or did you only ask yourself the questions?
आगे के लिए प्रश्न खत्म
Have your questions finished forever?
हुआ खत्म
Have they finished? Did you finish them?
ऐसे नहीं कर ले
Don't say yes just like that. So Baba is giving us some more time to finish our questions.
जब बहुत काल का अनुभव है कि
As you already have an experience of a long period, that to have questions means to be confused and to get others confused.
अनुभव है
You have this experience,
अच्छी
don't you?
तरह से अनुभव
You have very good experience of it.
तो अपने निश्चय और जन्म से तक
Therefore,
काट के शान में रहो
remain in that high stage of faith and your birthright of success, then you will never be confused. It's only when you come down from this glory, this high stage,
तभी परेशान
then you get confused. Understood? Did you understand?
तरह से
Did you understand it very well?
अभी के
Or will you still say, will you say, yes, now I have understood, but when you go back to your country, you say it's difficult?
ऐसे तो
Hope it won't be like that.
अच्छा
Okay.
ये सभी 10 वर्ष
All those sitting in the front are those who are above 10 years in Gyan. Are they?
सेरेमनी मनाई
Did you celebrate the ceremony?
बाप दादा 10 वर्ष वाले महावीर और महावीर बच्चों को देख
On seeing the Mahavir, brave children who have
और मोबाइल
passed 10 years in this knowledge and over,
वरदान देते हैं
is very happy and proud of such children and blesses the children. May you be always free from obstacles.
10 वर्ष
Just as
हिम्मत रख
you showed the courage
आपका
and
साथ और बाप का हाथ के आधार पर
on the basis of
10 वर्ष
your hand in Baba's hand
मजबूत रहे हो
and the company of the Father, you remained strong
सदैव
for all these 10 years. So too in the future,
साथी बना
make courage your companion
हिम्मत को
and move forward. Do not leave courage, because if there is courage there, Baba is always there.
बाप दादा को खुशी है
Therefore Bap Dada is very happy
कि
that
डबल विदेशी
double foreign children
बिना बिना प्रकार के आकर्षण के स्थान पर
who are living
रहते हुए
in places where there are so many variety of attractions,
और भिन्न प्रकार की
and also there are
culture
so many other religions and cultures, but in spite of all that,
ब्राह्मण कल्चर में चलते
you have
आए हैं।
maintained the Brahmin culture.
ये बहुत
This is
हिम्मत का
an act of great courage. It's you've shown the example of courage.
आपकी सैंपल को देख
On seeing your sample,
अनेक आत्माएं
many souls
लाभ उठाए।
will take benefit. This is why
हिम्मत की भी मुबारक
congratulations
और
for your courage.
हिम्मत
And
द्वारा
through this courage,
सेवा की भी
you have served so well. Therefore, congratulations for the service you have done.
बाप दादा को भी खुशी
Bap Dada is
आप
happy about it, happy to see so many of you.
अच्छा
It is good.
कहाँ के
Raise, but Baba wants to know those who are 10 years and above, from which countries they are. I think, I know, you can say Australia.
यूरोप के
All, okay, Europe. All those of Europe, raise your hand.
हाथ उठाओ
Who are 10 years and above. Who are 10 years and above, raise your hand high. All those from Europe.
बता दें
Not half raised hand, full raised hand.
अच्छा 10 साल
All
पीछे बैठे
there are sitting, those sitting at the back are also of more than 10 years who have raised their hand. Yes.
अच्छा दूसरा
Next, Australia.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया हाथ उठाओ
All Australia who are above 10 years, raise your hand.
10 साल
Yes, above 10 years.
बस एक
How many? 10, I think.
और कोई नहीं
Baba's saying only one. Baba's only one hand. Pandavas? Or everyone raise your hand, or from Australia who are 10 years and
अच्छा
above?
एक से दो हो गए
One or two only. Where are the others? Raise your hand high. Baba wants to see all Australians who are above 10 years in Gyan.
5 हो गए
5.
अच्छा ये भी है अच्छा ऑस्ट्रेलिया वालों की खुशखबरी सुनी
Baba heard the good news about Australia.
हिम्मत रखी है
They have got a new retreat place. So Baba got this news, and Baba says they have been courageous. They have made very good plans of service,
और साथ साथ
and along with that,
रिट्रीट हाउस भी ले रही है
they are buying the retreat house. You're buying the retreat house, aren't you? And they're buying the retreat house? Nirmala Ben is nodding the head. Yes.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की
So,
पूछे कितनी है
how many arms does Australia have?
नाम लो
Name the countries.
13 है
13 arms.
जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के
Oh, the different
संबंध में है
means
वो हाथ उठा
all those of Asia, raise your hand. All those of Asia, raise your hand. All, even if you're not 10 years.
पीछे वाले
All those of Asia, in connection with Dr. Nirmala, raise your hand. All Asia,
पीछे भी है
many at the back. Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Japan, Hong Kong. 13 arms, 13 countries connected with Australia. So what will all these arms do? What's the meaning of arm? What does an arm do? It cooperates. So all these 13 arms, what will you do? Are you happy just to hear about what Australia is doing? Or will you also do something else? Will you be just happy to hear that Australia is doing it? No, all the arms have to give their hand, helping hand, according to their capacity, to Australia Nivasis, and give the return to the Australia Nivasis for the sustenance they have received from Australia. You are receiving sustenance from Australia, aren't you? Therefore, to give the return of the sustenance you have received is your duty. Did you understand? Did the arms of Australia understand? All Asia, New Zealand, Fiji, all that big, yeah, Baba likes Asia group very much. Asia is very close to Bharat. India is also part of Asia. Dari Janki is saying just as Abu is in Rajasthan, and so headquarters is in Asia. Those of Asia should have extra intoxication that Bharat is in Asia and God comes in Asia. God does not come in London. He does not come in America too. Bap Dada likes Asia very much. I don't know what Dari Janki said. See, the praise of Europe is its own. Asia's praise is its own, means it's different praise. Europe has another type of praise. Europe is the foundation of all the foreign centers in London. So all the foreign centers, this beginning of service in foreign countries is Europe. Service in foreign centers started in Europe. You may call it UK, but that is also part of Europe. But Baba comes in Asia. Foreign service started in Europe, but God comes in Asia. And Dadi Janki is saying that foreign centers are celebrating Silver Jubilee this year. Other countries? North, South, Central, America, Caribbean, all Americas, raise your hand. All of you raise your hand. Raise it high. All Americas. Are you also 10 years, those at the back, or
10
no, all? Those in the front?
10
First, Baba wants to know all those who are 10 years and above from Americas. Raise your hand. Who are 10 years and above from Americas. Raise your hand.
अच्छा
Okay.
अभी आओ बोलो
Other places? Africa, Mauritius, South Africa, all Africa
अच्छा
and
अफ्रीका वाले
Mauritius.
हाथ
All those of Africa, including
अफ्रीका
South Africa, were 10 years and above. Raise your hand. South, West, East Africa, all
अच्छा
Zimbabwe, all Africa.
10 वर्ष में
10 years and Mauritius too.
बहुत अच्छी
Very good.
और बोलो
Who else?
ईशा
Yeah, Asia 10 years now. Those were 10 years. 10 years of Asia.
अच्छा
What about UK? Not separate? Okay.
वैसे
Part of Europe then.
होंगे
So of course there'll be many more.
लेकिन इस ग्रुप
But in this group,
चांस
you got a chance. This group got a chance.
ये भी लग गए
This also is luck.
अच्छा पांडव भी काफी है
There are many Pandavas
10
too
वर्ष वाले
who are about 10 years in Gyan.
अच्छा ये कोने वाले 10
Those sitting in the corner, are you also 10 years? Yes?
नहीं है
No? 10 years?
यहाँ वाले
These ones are.
तो 10 वर्ष वालों को बाप दादा और सर्व परिवार की तरफ से
So to all those who are 10 years and above, Bap Dada and the whole family congratulates multi-million times.
अच्छा अभी अगली सीजन
Now,
क्या होगी
what will the next season be like?
पर्सन
This is a question.
ये पर्सन पहले पूछो
Yeah, you may ask this question. It's a useful question. Don't ask useless questions. This is a useful question. What will be the next season like?
तो बाप दादा का ड्रामा प्लान
According to the plan of drama,
ये प्लान है
Bap Dada's plan is
कि ये वर्ष डायमंड जुबली का है
that this year is the Diamond Jubilee year And in this year,
देश
there has to be great enthusiasm
अच्छा
of service in Bharat as well as in other countries. The enthusiasm is good and it will remain good. It will be good. It has to be good.
इसलिए
This is why
ये वर्ष बाप दादा बच्चों को जितना
for this year, Bap Dada says, you may serve as much as you can
उतने
to their heart's content. Serve as much as you can.
इस वर्ष में
In this year,
चाहे भारत
whether it is in Bharat or in foreign countries,
कई बच्चों का
do as much service you can. Many children are very enthusiastic
बड़े बड़े
about holding big programs,
यथाशक्ति
well, according to their capacity.
और जब
And
बड़े प्रोग्राम करते हैं
when they hold big programs,
बड़ों को बुलाते
then they invite the big VIPs.
तो बाप
So
का प्लान है
Bap Dada's plan is
कि इस
that
वर्ष
in this year,
जो से योग्य प्रोग्राम होंगे ऐसे नहीं मकान का ओपनिंग है
hold
दादिया
important programs.
ऐसे नहीं
Well, it may be small programs and you want to invite Dadi. No, it shouldn't be like that. You want to inaugurate a house and you say Dadi should come. Not like that. But anything connected with Diamond Jubilee
योग्य
celebration and on a large scale,
वहाँ
there
दादियाँ जा सकती
the Dadis can go.
लेकिन
However,
लेकिन
there's the word however.
दादियों की तबीयत से सबको प्यार है
Everyone wants Dadis to have good health too, is it not?
सेवा
Or
से
do you have love only for service? You're
सेवा
concerned
से
about
प्यार है।
Dadis' health of Dadis too, is it not?
तबीयत
Or
से
are you
प्यार
concerned only with service?
Yes.
What are you concerned with?
दोनों
Health too, is it not? You want both
इसलिए
service as well as the health of the Dadis. Therefore,
सोच समझ
you have to think well beforehand before inviting the Dadis.
कि अन्न ही है
And you cannot become stubborn and say, Dadi, you must come, otherwise we will be upset and you start crying because Dadi is not coming. Don't be like that.
देखो एक तरफ सभी घर के यज्ञ के
On one hand, all of you are the children and the masters of the yajna. You should not say we are little ones and therefore the yajna does not want to help us. We are in our little places.
विश्व
No.
की
But
जिम्मेवार
you are responsible for the whole world, not just for a little place. Yesterday you wore the crown, didn't you?
किसने पहना
Who wore the crowns yesterday? All of you?
सभी
Yes, already. Raise your hand who wore the crowns. Yeah. So that was the crown of responsibility. Yes, raise your hand who wore the crowns.
बस
That's all. Very few wore. So who are just 10.
आज पहना
Yeah, you all wore the crown.
तो किसका ताज
So what type of crown was that? Was it just a crown of cardboard?
किसका ताज
What type of crown was it? It was a crown of responsibility.
तो जब भी कोई प्रोग्राम बनाते
So whenever you arrange any program,
तो
at
यज्ञ
that
को भी
time,
देखो
bear in mind the yagya,
आज
because
मधुबन आपको आकर्षण क्यों
today,
करता है?
why does Madhuban attract you so much?
आपके सेंटर्स भी तो
Even your
ज्ञान
centers
योग वाले हैं,
have the vibrations of knowledge and yoga,
मधुबन
but
क्यों
why does
आकर्षित
Madhuban attract you so much?
क्यों कर
Because
बाप की
it is
तपस्या
the seat of Brahma Baba.
उसके
It is the place where Baba did tapasya. It's the place where Baba elevated his stage and attained perfection.
जो निमित्त बड़ी
And therefore,
दादियाँ हैं,
the instruments, senior dadis,
को यज्ञ के बाद
they too
यज्ञ की कारोबार उसको भी
have a big responsibility of the yajna and all the activities of the yajna, and you also are responsible for that.
मधुबन में
It's
आते हैं
otherwise all those who come to Madhuban,
वातावरण से
they
खुश होके जाते हैं
they are so happy with the atmosphere around here. What is the reason for that?
बड़ों
It is
स्थिति
because of the stage of the seniors.
स्थान पर
It's the place where
तो ये भी
the dadis are, and therefore their stage affects the atmosphere too. So what is the yagya?
मधुबन का वातावरण
It is the atmosphere
चारों ओर
of Madhuban, and that spreads all around.
आप सबको शक्ति
From where do you get the strength? You get it
स्थान से
from the place of Madhuban, is it not?
तो मधुबन की
Therefore,
कारोबार
the activities in Madhuban, the services in Madhuban,
वातावरण
the atmosphere of Madhuban,
साथ दादियों
as well as
तबियत
the health of the dadis, keeping all that in mind,
फिर प्रोग्राम
and then invite the dadis.
जब आप कहते हो
When you say to Dadi, Dadi, you must come,
और किसी का भी प्रोग्राम
and
कैंसिल होता है
if
तो
someone's program is cancelled, then
स्थितियों
the
में
stage fluctuates.
इसलिए
This is why,
पहले से ही
so
सोच
beforehand itself you have to
knowledgeफुल होके
think about all that, be knowledgeful beforehand, be a responsible one beforehand, and then make the program.
समझा
Did you understand?
इसके लिए
For this,
बाप दादा ये पूरी सीजन
Bap Dada
सेवा के लिए छुट्टी दे
is giving permission that in this season, in this year, you may do as much service you can, and
और बाहर की सेवा का बुलावा ये दोनों में की
Bap
जाती
Dada's season and service outside and invitations for the dadis outside both cannot go together. Therefore, this is why
दिसंबर में नीचे
at the end,
तैयार हो
if at the end of this year in December, if Taleti gets ready by then, and
होना ही है
as the inauguration of Taleti is to take place, then
फॉरेन
Bap Dada
और इंडिया दोनों का
then foreign countries and India
program
should,
Shanti
can be invited at the Leti to start Shanti 1, and Bap Dada will come.
foreign wale upar
Foreign brothers and sisters stay in Madhuban, up Mount Abu, and Indians stay down at the Leti.
आप नीचे रहेंगे
Will you want to stay down at the Leti, double foreigners, or you want to stay in Madhuban here in Mount Abu?
पट में सो
You'll have to sleep on the floor.
अपन ने अटैचों को
You may have to make your suitcases into beds,
खा जाए
and your small suitcases or bags into a pillow,
तो
because you need space, no? Therefore,
इस सीजन में
therefore,
अर्थात दूसरी जो शुरू होगी उसमें दिसंबर
in the next season, which will begin, Bap Dada will come in December only,
दिसंबर
and after that,
फिर
Bap Dada will come on 18th of January
इंडिया वालों के लिए
for Bharatvasis, for those of India,
तीसरा
and the third
फॉरेन वालों के लिए
for the double foreigners
शिवरात्रि
for Shivratri.
आएंगे
So one meeting in December, second meeting 18 January, third meeting for Shivratri,
अगर
and fourth,
प्रबंध ठीक
if
रहा
accommodation is proper, then
शिवरात्रि के बाद
after Shivratri,
अप्रैल के
Baba
बाद में एक फिर से
will come at the beginning of April, and
वाले भी हो
it will be a big Mela in which there will be double foreigners as well as the Indians.
दूसरी सीजन
So in the next season will be like this. This is the plan for the next season.
जिसको जितनी सेवा
And
करनी है
in the meantime, do as much service you can to your fullest capacity,
योग्य
and
अटेंशन रख
also pay full attention.
दादियाँ भी भले चक्कर लगाए
Let the dadis also go on tours, but
सेहत फिर
first take care of your health too, and then think of service. Baba's telling the dadis,
तबीयत फिर से
health
खींचा
should be seen first. Don't
अभी टाइम
exhaust yourselves. There is a
इसलिए
lot of time left
अनुसार
in this year,
चक्कर
and therefore
लगाओ
you may go on tours. Baba telling the dadis, you may go on tours,
ब्राह्मणों के
and also
रिफ्रेशमेंट जो बाप दादा ने कहा
as Bap Dada has said, that Brahmins have to be refreshed, as
अभ्यास
you have to practice becoming karmatit, you have to practice becoming bodiless.
तो ग्रुप
So, group wise,
ब्राह्मणों का
the Brahmins should have their gatherings in Madhuban too.
मास
In every month,
अलग अलग
there could be bhattis,
जो सेवा भी हो
so that service takes place outside and Brahmins too are refreshed.
बाकी 21 वर्ष में खिंचातान से फॉरेन में जाना ही है
And it's
ऐसे खिंचातान
it's not necessary that
आराम
the
से
dadis have to go abroad or
आगे
the
का
seniors
समय
have to go abroad. Not
इसलिए
necessary. Let it be taken at leisure.
वहाँ इस सीजन में
In this season,
एक जगह फॉरेन का
one tour
फिर दूसरे समय में
abroad
जगह
Then next time another tour.
आराम
So
से
let it be done at leisure.
सने से
Let it be done
सेवा
with great love.
और
And in this way,
दादियों की
service should be done, and the health of the dadis
balance
should also be
को
checked.
समझा
There should be a balance of service and the health of the dadis.
दूसरे सीजन का यही प्लान
So this is the plan for the next season.
फिर आगे देख
Then Baba will tell you later about after that.
वर्तमान
So
समय
at present,
चाहे देश में
whether
चाहे
it is in Bharat or in other countries,
हलचल भी होनी है
a lot of upheaval is going to take place.
तो जितनी सेवा
Therefore, as much service
चांस
is possible, as much chance you can get of doing service, do it. So this means 96 is the year for service. Something will happen 97, I'm sure. So Baba said, let this year be the year of service. And Baba has signaled 1997, next year upheaval will start. to become bodiless in 1 second. Has this lesson been learned well? In one moment, you go into expansion, and in the next moment, you merge everything within and become the essence. Okay.
इस अभ्यास को सदा साथ रखना.
Let this practice be with you constantly.
चारों ओर के
Okay.
सर्वल partition चित्त से परिवर्तन होने वाले सदा पर्सन चित्त के पर्सनालिटी वाले श्रेष्ठ
To all the elevated souls who have the personality of contentment and are free from all questions.
जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार के समृद्धि में रहने वाले समृद्धि
To all the embodiments of elevated consciousness, the elevated souls who have the intoxication that victory is their birthright.
करने से सहज सफलता का अनुभव करने वाले
to all the fortunate souls who make everything of theirs be used in a worthwhile way and in this way get success. Baap Dada's Yad Pyar and Namaste.
जो डबल विदेश के चारों ओर के 10 वर्ष वाले बच्चे हैं.
All the children who are 10 years and above, 10 years in knowledge in all foreign lands, to them special congratulations and Yad Pyar.
एहसान तुम्हारा ओ बाबा, बदली हमारी किस्मत पाके प्यार तुम्हारा ओ बाबा,
बदली हमारी किस्मत पाके प्यार तुम्हारा ओ बाबा,
प्यार तुम्हारा ओ बाबा, प्यार तुम्हारा ओ बाबा.
हम खुश नसीब हैं बाबा, तेरे स्नेह से पल रहे हैं, दामन में भर के खुशियाँ फूलों सा खिल रहे हैं, फूलों सा खिल रहे हैं.
ये आंखें करती रहती बस दीदार तुम्हारा ओ बाबा, ये दिल हर पल गाता रहता एहसान तुम्हारा ओ बाबा. मिलता असीम सुख मन को बस तेरी ही यादों में, दिल और नहीं कुछ चाहे आकर तेरी बाहों में, आकर तेरी बाहों में.
अब तो तुझ पर बलिहार है जीवन ये सारा ओ बाबा, ये दिल हर पल गाता रहता
एहसान तुम्हारा ओ बाबा. ओ
लहरों को दामन में भर जाऊं, सुख सागर में गहरे उतर जाऊं, इन लहरों को दामन में भर जाऊं।